Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Please, please, please subscribe if you haven't already, Sagittarius. It really helps the channel. So I hope that all of you are doing well. I have started a new part of this practice, which is to do a mini meditation before your reading and write down up to 10 items, symbols, phrases, anything that I see in that meditation, and I'm going to show that to you before we begin your reading. I have dated it just for my purposes so I can keep track of things, but tarot is timeless, and so if you're watching this 5 years in the future from this date, it doesn't matter because these might still be relevant to you somehow. So the first thing I saw was a cat, and specifically a tabby cat, so multicolored, a pumpkin in the autumn season, so could be, you know, a little around your birthday or before, a billboard, a bridge, and then I saw the St. Louis Arch, which I know is not a bridge, but I saw a bridge first, and then I saw St. Louis Arch. Then I saw Twin Cities, and that made me think of twin flames. So some of you could be resonating with the twin flame journey of having a divine counterpart that shares the same soul that you do. The crown chakra, outer space, light language, which is these kind of downloads from kind of star beings, and energetic language. Egypt and South America, specifically Peru. So I'm going to hold that up for you to see. It's strange because I feel like there are a lot of elements in this set of, or this grouping of visions that are very esoteric, a little bit more esoteric than some of the other signs got, so it's very exciting. They may not be incorporated in this reading, or they may come up, we'll see. So I'm doing your reading today. I'm pulling one card from the Gateway of Light Activation deck, and the main spread for tarot will be the Light Seers Tarot. So I've got the candles going. It's a very cloudy, overcast day where I am right now, but we're all warm and cozy and reading tarot. My favorite place to be. All right, for Sagittarius. Okay. You got Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Look at that beautiful, beautiful gateway, portal. This almost looks like the wings of the snitch in Harry Potter. It really, really does. It's amazing. This reminds me of could be some South American native tribes, native peoples. It also reminds me of some of the temple designs in the Far East, because it's like a mixture of like organic and angular. It's hard to tell. It's beautiful. The throat chakra, and there's a lot of watery energy here, so I'm picking up on water sign energy. You may have water placements, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, somewhere in your chart, or you may be dealing specifically with a water sign. Take that as it resonates. Is there something here that you haven't been able to express, that you haven't been able to, you know what I just heard? It's not like an expression to someone else. It's almost like admitting something to yourself. So we're going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, advice from Spirit. I feel like the cards are very, sometimes when I shuffle, cards go all over the place. Sometimes when I shuffle, it's very clear that cards want to come out. But with your reading today, it's almost like very particular. Like they're very, I mean, they're always particular, but it's almost like if you could have your hand in this situation, you'd be like, I want that one, and that one, and that one. Like you're not going to take less than the best or something like that. You're not settling for mediocre. Okay. So 8 cards are out. I've been told to look at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands in the reverse. And 7 of Swords underneath that. 7, 7. I like that number. So 7 of Wands in the reverse talks about somebody who is, you can see here, this character is kind of doing a yoga pose, very calm, serene, at peace, but protected in a bubble of protection, perhaps away from all of this fiery wand energy. There's a little too much chaos on the outside there. I'm gonna find my serene bubble of protection and kind of drown out everything that I don't really want to listen to right now. But so it's a card of blocking. But when the card is in reverse, it's kind of like the bubble bursts. We're coming out onto the scene. We're re-emerging, right? But it's underneath it. This is all subconscious energy in the bottom of the deck. Underneath that was the 7 of Swords. This is a little bit of trickster energy. Sometimes this card has foxes in it. It's very trickster, like sneaky. Although in this card, I see it more as this character is trying to gather intel, gather information. And it's almost like this bird right here is calling you out on it. So we started with the Temple of Truth, right? So is there something here? It's almost like this is your subconscious talking to you. Like they're going to call you out on something, your subconscious energies, right? This is all from you to you. A great revelation, maybe from your higher self, that you're just going to have an epiphany moment. And I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing, but you're going to, thank you, Spirit. There's just going to be a little bit of reckoning that you're going to have to do. A little bit of come to the water moment where we have to face something head on. In the past energy, King of Wands, so very much in keeping with your element, Sagittarius. This usually represents Leo or Aries, but fire element nonetheless. King of Wands talks about somebody who is very much in control, has a lot of initiative, a lot of passion. There is drive, and I just heard context for what he's doing. Divine masculine doesn't have to represent a man. But somebody who knows, it's not about they know that they want to do something. They have a lot to back them up. They've worked hard to build something for themselves. Now they're going to act on it. But there's a lot of context. I don't know why that's important to have to say. Getting all the information first, right? I guess it's this. It's the intel that you're gathering. And I just heard at what cost. Okay, so now I just saw a little bit of water cooler gossip. So I want to caution you on how you gather information to make sure that the information you gather is correct. A little bit of water cooler conversation, gossip, kind of goes against the temple of truth, doesn't it? The truth will out is something that I always say, that, you know, it's gonna surface eventually, and perhaps when it does, it's going to be like a huge waterfall that inundates you, and then you can't stop it, right? You can't stop a waterfall. The King of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Swords is usually somebody who is very earnest and quick to move, quick to speak truth, but this is in the reverse. So if you're sitting in this powerful energy, there's somebody that's going to be coming towards you, right? Perhaps at the water cooler, and give you a tidbit of information that may not be. Just be careful is what I keep wanting to tell you. Be cautious and be careful of what it is that this person wants to say. I'm going to ask, because now I'm curious. What is this Knight of Swords trying to bring in? What message? What's it about? Two of Cups in reverse. Somebody breaking up with somebody. Yeah, that's like the first thing that came out. Two of Cups in the upright. I haven't seen this card in a very long time. Two of Cups in the upright is, you know, divine union, divine partnership. It can be a partnership, describing a partnership between you and your higher self, but I don't read it. Usually I read it that way. Today I don't read it that way, because we're keeping in that kind of very 3D workplace scenario, family scenario. Maybe you're hearing about somebody, maybe you're interested in somebody, and as the King of Wands, you like want to go after it. Or perhaps this is like a work situation, like job situation, and somebody is leaving, or you've been told that they're leaving, but you don't know, and you want to go after their job. Whatever it is, this is what they're coming in to tell you. Now, I don't know if that's true. Let me just pull one more card to see. Because I'm nosy. I want to know, is this true? Whatever this information is. Five of Swords in the reverse. Look at this guy. Whatever it is that's causing a headache. I almost see this as saying to you, just like, don't even be bothered with this gossip until you hear it straight from the horse's mouth. You know that expression? Don't believe anything until you actually hear it from the person or persons involved. Right? You want to stay. King of Wands is in very high vibe energy. You want to stay in high vibe energy, right? This was the past energies. This was in the past, but it's leading to the present. Queen of Cups in the reverse, Cancer energy. See, I knew there was some kind of water energy involved here, and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So if this was past energy, you heard something, you know, you were trying to keep your wits about you. There could be some residual effects of it. Hearing a rumor, gossip about something. And now you're in this energy of, I'm just trying to mind my own business. Queen of Cups in the reverse is somebody who just turns the energy on themselves. Normally, the Queen of Cups is very loving, very giving, generous, outpouring of emotion, right? And with this, it's like, no. I'm gonna hang back, mind my P's and Q's, mind my business. I'm not gonna get caught up. Look at how Eight of Swords is analysis paralysis. She's literally caught up, tied up, twisted. Don't get it twisted. I just heard that. Don't get it twisted. both these cards in reverse. I'm just minding my business right now. That's good. Sagittarius, I feel like that's smart. That's the ticket. That's the way to go. Bam! Hermit. Yes. See? God, I love when Spirit does this. Hermit energy. Maybe there was just so much of that buzzing in the past, and you're just like, I can't deal with this pettiness, this, like, I'm trying to vibe high. I'm trying to occupy my rightful place as the King of Wands, sitting firmly in my own element, in my power, in my leadership, in my ability to be discerning, in my ability to move, to act. And there's just too much of that mess. And now I'm like, all right, is this environment really the place that I want to be? Hermit energy is Virgo in the Major Arcana. Major Arcana cards talk about divinely guided energies. This is you stepping away from, oh, the muck and the mire. Okay, so I was out the other night and I heard this song. I think the band is called, I think it's Cold War Kids. The song is called Hang Me Out to Dry. I hadn't heard it in so long, and the song goes, now hang me out to dry. Hold on. Hang me out to dry. I'm pearly like the whites of your eyes. Something like I've been hurled about too many times. I don't know the exact lyrics. This is very boring, but go listen to that song, Cold War Kids. Hang me out to dry. And there's a phrase in that song, like, in the muck and the mire. Like, what is the muck and the mire? That's where pigs are, right? Swine, just like, not, pigs are very cute, but like, they hang out in mud and crap, you know? And it's almost like that was part of your past energy, where, to the point where it was just like, I don't even want this headache anymore. Like, it's a little too, like, ugh. Like, it's a very low vibe. Gossip is the lowest. It's not the lowest, but it's a very low vibe. And here you are, just going through your dark night of the soul, looking in, looking towards healing, wondering why you maybe looked to these people for affirmation. This could be people in your own family or your friend group. It doesn't have to be at work. But just like recalibrating. I see this as a recalibrating process. Trying to heal from needing external validation. Something like that. There's a peacefulness, a quietude. And you had to travel quite a ways to get there. So here you're kind of like floating above everything. In the future energy, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, High Priestess in reverse. This is a card that often 8 of Pentacles talks about a workplace scenario. These are the phases of the moon, so maybe perhaps through the next moon cycle, you will have a revelation or an epiphany regarding a workplace situation. If it's not work, then it's the place where you spend the majority of your time. It could be in school, something where you're no longer interested in investing in a certain aspect of it. With the High Priestess in reverse, High Priestess is Pisces energy. We have Cancer and Pisces. Cancer, Pisces, Virgo represented so far. The major arcanas. High Priestess talks about somebody who is now needing to speak, right? This card, we go back to this one, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Typically the High Priestess, which is the number 2 in the Major Arcana, she sits at the veil between worlds. She's very psychic and clairvoyant and has a lot of secrets. She doesn't speak. She's known for being mute, keeping things to herself. She knows everything, says nothing. In the reverse, it's almost like in your future energy, I feel as though it's time for you to speak. It's time for you to speak up, right? Maybe about your boundaries, what you're not willing to put up with anymore, right? It's so crazy because I said that the High Priestess sits at the veil between worlds, right? The veil between worlds, this world and the next. I'm going to get a clarifier on that. What is it that the High Priestess would like to say? That you've been manifesting. You're waiting for your ships to come in. And then it's sayonara, see ya later. You're waiting for your opportunity to jump in the water. There's water again. This is a card of waiting after having made a very crucial decision with the 2 of Wands going into the 3. 2 of Wands is all about decision making. Picking a direction and sticking to it. Once you've picked that direction, now it's about moving forward towards it. So I see that you're manifesting something new for yourself. Like you could be, you know, trying to get away from a toxic workplace and now you're just waiting for your opportunity to get a new job. Something like that. Or if you've, you know, been embroiled in some kind of love situation or love triangle. That's what I just heard, love triangle. You're just like, I'm done with that energy. I'm waiting for new. Here's Gemini, King of Swords. King of Swords is somebody who, he's not confused about anything. He's an authority figure and he's a truth teller and a truth bringer, right? Swords energy is all about air, the cerebral. See, I wrote down crown chakra. You got throat chakra here, but I wrote down crown chakra in the meditation. This guy is all crown chakra. It's all about discernment and being rational. Context. You know, see how he like sits on, there's like a mountain range here. He's sitting above it all. He can see everything. He's got all the feelers out. They can see, they can look down and they can just assess the entire situation. Even this energy, she's kind of has a perspective that she's looking down, right? You're getting clarity in the future energy about what you are willing to put up with and what you're willing to let go. What is your advice from Spirit? The Death card in reverse, this is Scorpio. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio right here. All in reverse, but they showed up in your reading. Death card typically talks about endings and new beginnings. Phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like an ego death. We're putting an end to an old version of ourselves. But it's difficult for you right now. And Spirit is acknowledging that there's some Ten of Swords. There's some cycle that is coming to near completion. We're almost there. Ten of Swords can sometimes talk about betrayal. Backstabbing. Somebody just letting you down. Disappointment. Disappointment. This is such a unique Ten of Swords in this tarot deck. It can be brutal in other tarot decks, like really brutal, the depiction of this card. But here it's just you walking into a new beginning, right? Into a new beginning. Having had to endure, overcome some kind of hardship that just had you trapped in your head for a while. Lovers in reverse. Wow. To clarify that. Wow. Again, that's double Gemini energy right here. Could be dealing with Gemini or have Gemini in prominent placements in your chart. The Lovers in the upright talks about choices. Coming to a choice point. Spirit is saying, really, in the end, yes, you made a decision. But they're telling me it was almost like you didn't have a choice. Like you had to, it was too toxic for you. Like I don't see the Tower card here, but I feel the Tower energy. Like you were stuck in something and then like Spirit had to just shove you and push you into a different direction. And yes, you made the decision, but you were kind of, I just heard the word bullied. That doesn't seem quite right because I don't know any Sagittarians that get bullied into anything. That doesn't seem right. But maybe it's not bullied, but pressured. Pressured. I'm gonna pull one more card. Actually, card just fell out. Okay. I picked up the deck and this one just fell out. 5 of Cups. Another card of disappointment. Needing a change of perspective, right? This can be a little bit of depressed energy, right? Not having a choice about something. You could be revisiting something from your past. And in the present energy, you know, before you can move on to greener pastures, you have to heal, right? We can't truly move on to anything and invite abundance in if we haven't healed what plagued us from the past. And I see that you're kind of going through that at this time. Something here you're going to have to admit to yourself. Maybe you're going to have to say it out loud. That you're tired, that you're scared, that you've had enough, that you're not dealing with the situation anymore, that you were wrong, that you made a mistake. I don't know what it is, but I see here that you're trying to get away, probably, you know, maybe get away from people that kept reminding you of that, right? So if this is gossip about other people, you know, maybe it's reminding you of a time when someone gossiped about you. Trying to step away from that energy, keep to oneself, take care of oneself, looking towards the future, leaving something behind, using discernment in our voice to express it. So that's your reading, Sagittarius. It felt kind of heavy, but it's all about, if you feel that frog in your throat, try another approach. Try writing it down. Try expressing it through creativity, artwork. Volunteerism is what I just heard. If you're having a hard time healing, then use your time to heal others. Therefore, you can heal yourself while you figure out what it is that your inner child needs to say. So I hope this resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Sagittarius.